Day, because I sound like grandparents, but oh my God. You're in there. Oh, good, because I won't remember. Oh, did you write your name in? I'll forget it. They're thinking about it. I'm going to mess with them tonight. We are so live. Yeah. We are live. That's right, live. And we have a show this Sunday. It's called Name That Comic, and it will be at Studio 360, which is located on La Cienega and Wilshire and Beverly Hills. We'll be in the penthouse. It's a beautiful view. I just saw him walk past, and that just scared me for a second because I also thought I saw somebody sitting there. My house is haunted, by the way, and I know that, and I'm not scared about it because, like, you have to know when your house is haunted. It's very go ahead, run. Not that you're haunted, but this place is haunted. You should know that. This place is haunted by the owner. Okay? So, I don't know if you guys know any history about this place. I used to rent this place, okay? And I paid more then than I charge now. Okay, that's how stupid I am. But that's a whole other story. It was called the Film Actor Shop, and the owner's name was Otto Felix. He was from the movie Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. He had one line, and it made him a star. And he goes to arrest them, and he gets a contact high and goes, "Give me your hot dog." That was it. He made millions of dollars after that doing television commercials. He has a program here called Happy. This is handicapped actors and performers that have to work with with able-bodied people. So it's an interesting little dynamic there. So I don't know anything about him except he's from Philly. I figure he's Catholic, whatever. And I do a horrible, now I would be canceled, but I do a sketch called Casting the Jew. And Mel Gibson is the producer in this sketch, okay? And I'm screaming at the guy. I'm like, "That's not Jewish enough." I'm like, "Come on, this is money. Wave it, smell it. You're a real Jew, for Christ's sakes." I go, "Put this on." And I give him eyeglasses and a big nose and a mustache. And he goes, "This is terrible against the Jews." And I go, "It's $35,000 a week." He says, "I'll take it." Anyway, it's the first video that went viral, and it went under the Laugh Factory for some reason. But it was done right here in this room, by the way. Like, any of you people who here will be like, that is definitely in the studio. So why am I telling you this is that the guy who rented to me says, "I want to talk to you for a minute about your comedy." And I said, "Oh, okay," because I'm ready to listen. He's a star. He says, "If you ever make fun of Mel Gibson again," he says, "you will never rent here." And I was like, okay. And he says so I didn't know he was a judge for the Otto Awards. So the Otto Awards were presented to the handicapped people. So you're going to say, "Why are you telling me this story?" I pay this guy. He doesn't call me one day, and I get pissed off, and I turn totally Jersey. And I'm like, "Where's my money? I paid. Somebody's got to be there." I get a phone call. He dropped dead, okay? And I leave these horrible messages. And his wife, I know, his wife calls me back. But being the nice Jewish woman I am, I see the lights on here one night, and I said, "Somebody's got my money, right?" So I come in here, and it's a memorial. There are people all over with roses sitting here in wheelchairs and scooter chairs, all right? I don't know anything, and I have to sit down. Yeah, I got to sit down because I got to be here for the memorial that I didn't know I was here for. And I have my friend waiting in the parking lot, and there's no cell phones at the time. I think it's a beeper, and I'm like, "You don't understand." He's like, "If you don't come out, I'm coming in." I go, "Come in." Like, what can I tell you? They gave him a rose. He sat down. And it was just so embarrassing. So I meet some guy in the airport who was Opus Dei. Now, are you guys Catholic? Do you know what Opus Dei is? Oh, yeah, it's Jesus times 1,000. And I'm with Tommy Sabat. He spoke here one night. Tommy Sabat's a performer, a comedian. And Tommy says, "I talk to everybody," and he hates that. We look at this guy's finger, and he says to me, he goes, "I know you." He goes, "Didn't you make fun of Mel Gibson?" I was like, "Oh, my God. Like, I don't need this. I don't need I even got a picture of me and Mel after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see up there, right? But I look at his finger, and he goes, "Look, Christ died for our sins. This is the least we can do. And he has a crown of thorns in his finger that is attached to his bone. It's called Opus Dei. That's when they're like really that Catholic.
They also put this thing on their leg and torque it, and
Yeah.
it digs into their...
Right, right. So that's the history here. Isn't that weird? And so out of all the people that asked this woman for the lease, she gave it to me because she said I was very sincere. What I didn't know is that all the handicapped people got drunk and tore up all the cars in the parking lot. That's why there's no alcohol allowed in the lease unless I have a permit. They tore up the people's cars. Isn't this horrible? What are you going to do? It's not nice. All right. So that's the story behind here. And Joe Fury, rest in peace. He's a guy that used to open for me all the time. He was a great guy. And he asked me to hold these scripts, and I held them for 10 years, and he finally got them. And I was like, can't you just download them? But what am I saying? I can't download. I can't upload. I don't even know. The only load I know is the one I missed. Whoa, I missed it. That was a joke. Is this sexy, this foot? All right, so are you having any fun yet whatsoever? That's what I want to know. Right. We're gonna start it up really big. We're gonna start it up with a guy who really needs no introduction because he's doing shows all over himself, and I'm really proud of him. Let's give it up for the one and only Bobby fucking Peterson. Hey, and special shout out to Ryan for running this tonight. Ryan, God bless you. For being here, because it wouldn't be done.
She said, God bless you, you have to sneeze now, otherwise someone's OCD is going to get screwed up. All right, thank you. Yeah, actually give it up for everyone who has anything to do with tonight. It's easy to keep it general that way. But yeah, no, honestly, great stuff going on here. I did... Let me just get set up. All right. I'm Bobby fucking Peterson. Thank you very much. I've been doing some pretty, like... It's offensive comedy, but not because... Like, it's not... I'm not going to do it tonight because I've been doing it a lot, and I've been learning from it. Like, I finally got someone to tell me I'm not allowed to say that. The guy who ran the open mic I went to.
Oh, no.
No, it's all right. It's all good. Oh, no, I did my mic, and then he was like... he's like, do you like dick? And I was like, no. He's like, then you can't talk about that kind of stuff. I'm like, but I'm talking about it. Yeah, so it proved my point, actually. My whole point is I want people to understand. Oh, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It got me all passionate. Now I'm like trying to be back in my punk mode. I don't know. It was just, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I just want people to think. So I say things that aren't offensive, like technically, but just to make, okay, so I've been trying to, this is true, I've been like kind of working on a book. If you watch the past few sets I've done, the punchline of the joke is retarded faggots. It's a lot to get to, and I want to write this book, Retarded Faggots and the N-Word. I can't say the stuff because I have a lot to say tonight about it, but just that title, and I'm sorry you had to hear it without all the pretext. It's hard to get it to this without first apologizing for who I am, and taking myself out of the equation. So this is stuff I want to write as a human, but visually people won't look at me and be like, human. They'll see white guy. I don't think how I look is what I'm trying to say. I am kind of an outsider, not antisocial, but like I don't socialize well. So I have a unique perspective. I'm very intelligent. I'm tall. I got a lot of cool things going on with me, but that's not to brag. That's just saying that's me. It's different. I'm not better than anyone, which is what I think people get hung up on. You say, oh, I'm smarter than you. Yeah, but you get laid. I sit in my car and think about shit like this all day. So there's like a trade-off. I mean, does that make like, I want to take myself out of it because I think like we've gone so far away from being human. we're so worried about individuality and being human, but we're dumb. People are, and it bothers me. Somehow I get up every day thinking I'm gonna change the world, and at night I'm like, fuck, it's either me or them. Um, but then I'm already high enough, or I take some melatonin, fall asleep, and somehow the next day I'm like, yeah, I have the answers. I'm gonna fix humanity, and it's just this weird cycle. Um, but yeah, no, I know I have offended people. The laughs I've been getting are like groans to like question, like, is that a hateful laugh? Like I'm afraid of people hearing what I'm saying because I am being very shocking for the purpose of bringing up questions. We hide. We say, don't say that, don't say that. We preempt things instead of letting things happen and fix themselves. I say that title. I'm not going to say it anymore because it's just I don't like having to say it, but it's good writing, the joke. Um, but yeah, the questions: who can say this? Like, why can't I say like the actual N word? Why would I say just the N word and pronounce the other words out? There's reasons. Language is a tool that we evolved. We communicate. That's natural. But language, words, humanity, like this is all stuff that someone else thought up. We were born into it, but we don't realize that we're animals. And I think there's a lot, like, I'm never going to fix humanity because there's so many aspects of like just different things tied up, and some people don't want to be changed. So it's not, I haven't given up on it. I just have accepted that um, I'm just going to keep trying to say the stuff I'm saying, but I'm working on it to make it less. It in short terms, like the joke, it's like a 7-minute joke, but unless you know everything I know leading up to this and you've watched all the stuff I've done here, it can be offensive watching me say it because of what I look like, and I get that, but also I want to. I almost bought a puppet today to eliminate me from the picture. Just human, voice changer, everything. Because there's no way to do it. I could wear a bodysuit, you still see I was a dude. So I can't. It's fucking weird. But yeah, as a human, I don't hate anybody but the willfully ignorant and stupid. And I just want people to think. I know it's sometimes it is a little harsh sometimes, but that's why I do it at places where people come to hear that kind of, not that kind of stuff, but it's not like I'm not going around going, all right, let's rise up against these people. I'm like, no, let's think before we get offended for other people. Think before we start putting bans on books and shit without even critical thinking. Because now critical thinking, that's a fucking bad word. And even biological or evolutionary biology, people who study like science and stuff, they're considered alt-right because the things they say. Okay, if you look at human like dogs, you got golden retrievers, you got schnauzers, you got this. We all started as wolves, or we all started as apes and turned into these different breeds of human. We're one race. That's the thing. We're just a bunch of fucking apes in suits doing bits. And I know this isn't necessarily funny, but I feel like I have something to say. And it's all been said before, but I feel like if I get this right, I can say something important. So this is just me working it out, and thank you for letting me say stuff like this without hurting me. I'm Bobby fucking Peterson. On Instagram, Bobby fucking Peterson. Just think before you get offended, and that's all I ask.
Let me tell you, when we revert this, okay, let me tell you how it has to be. You have to find this out in London, okay? Someone just says to you, oh, you know, you say, what? And they say, oh, this one's not working, this is a retard. I mean, I think that's a way of getting to it quicker. It should not take 7 minutes.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get to it because your industry set is going to have to be 5 to 7. Not that you're going to use it on industry set, but you don't know.
Oh, I can do with it. Oh, what I'm saying is the bigger message would take like a full hour or two to get.
And
so
you
I
know,
want to
right.
write a book. The joke is there. I like the joke. I do it, but I feel like I have to work it so I don't have to give all this preposition.
Right. But when you do it here,
Mhm.
you should be able to get that in 3 minutes.
Okay.
So that you can grab them.
Yeah,
And even if you make yourself, even if you make yourself a person that is privy to that converse, that's how you learn. You're like, what? You're going to be saying, oh my God, you can't say that.
I felt bad when the guy said something, and I was like, oh, but it made me learn. So yeah.
So you learn something. That's the beauty.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
That's the beauty of stand-up comedies, that sometimes people do like to learn. And this gentleman is no exception coming to the stage. Not only does he like to learn in America, but he likes to learn all over the world. Let's give it up for the comedy of the one and only Ryan Benson. Let him hear you. Yay!
I'm going to have to keep my own time.
I got you.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here. I'm a man of many hats today. And none of them are successfully done. So we'll see how this one goes right now. I'm here. Hello to everyone in the room today that I do know. Some live with me. Some might live with me in the future. We'll see how things go tonight. My name's Ryan C. Benson, the actor, the comedian, the lover, and anything you want me to be for $25. You can see I added the C into my middle name. You can see the C. To stand out, being an actor in white is a hot commodity these days. We're out there, there's a lot of us, so I got to stand out. Added the C in there. Didn't work out. Turns out there's already a Ryan C. Benson that's famous. He won the first season of Biggest Loser. If you don't know that, that's where fat people fight to be the less fat person. So you can say I have some big pants to fill. Do you get it, Vinay? No. Yeah. Vinay won't get most of my jokes because he's from India, but he has more intellectual knowledge than most of this room, I think. I hate to admit it. He's a doctor. We have a doctor with us, Vinay. He builds rockets, and I talk on a camera sometimes. We live in the same place. It's very normal. He's very wonderful to be around, Vinay. In his homeland, they will shun you if you like someone from your same gender. But here, he gets to express himself freely. Am I right, Vinay? Yes. Vinay is allowed. He's my pseudo wife until I find someone working out. He holds me tight at night. It's beautiful. This comedy spot is sponsored by CCP, Chinese Communist Party. Just wanted to let you know they're pretty cool. They help me do what I do. They support me. Thank you, Ping. Sorry, it was part of trying to make money here. I'm learning Chinese as well. Ni hao ma, wu hong shou zhongwen, ni zhe yang. That means whatever it needs to mean. But I'm trying to, they're going to take over soon, and I'm like trying to just like hedge my bets. I'm trying to hedge my bets. I'm a redhead. I would stand out very well there already. So, I'd rather be alive in like a cage than dead. And like they would probably feed me good because they'd think like how I'd eat probably a lot of shrimp or something to get it like this. I know they'd like me. I could do their ads. I've already done propaganda for people. I've done ads for Scientology, which is cool. Legally, I have to say that. I'm not as good as Tom Cruise yet. They need people for their Scientology films, propaganda, as some say, and I need money, and I'll be there when they need me. They're cool. They're nice to you. They smile a lot. Scientology is what happens when a country club just finds out you don't need to pay taxes if you're a religion. So it's beautiful. They I found out they both, same like me, despise homeless people. They look at them with disgust. I don't go that far, but they like would spit on them when they see them because they're usually out hiding. But it's a beautiful thing, religion. I have my own religion. I have my own. It's called Bensonism. All you have to do, you can do whatever you want. Just believe in me, please. Yes, I can do anything now. Do what my parents never did. I'm just kidding. I had a loving parents, probably too loving, to be honest. I ended up here to begin with. It's okay though, because sometimes when they say you're proud of you, maybe they should just say, it's okay, you can just work harder. They did try that, and then they realized it was just like, just let him do his thing, let him do his art thing. I am an actor, so that's a red flag immediately to anyone that I walk by. They can sense it. But then if I said I was a comedian, that'd be a redder flag. So that's going to be a no for sure. I'm not going to bring that up. They're just going to have to assume I'm funny naturally without having to just like keep doing this. But then they find out I'm a theater actor, and that's a rainbow flag. So then they just think I'm gay, which is not a problem. It's good to get parts like that, to be kind of like on the edge of glory, as they say. You it's like, you know, when you close your eyes, sometimes you just can't tell what's on the other end of the glory hole. So it's okay. So I'm going for kind of a cool vibe, if you can tell. I'm going for like a metrosexual lumberjack. Lumbersexual, if you will. I want you to see me walking down the street and be like, damn, I could see that guy chopping wood all week long, but during the weekends, you know the wood's chopping him. I want to be an Albert Einstein, but instead of like discovering things and helping the world, he just found DMT, and then just went and followed Grateful Dead. That's me. I'll have to figure out the accent and something to say. That'd be cool. But I'll tell you something. I'm taking a sabbatical from sex right now. Not because I want to. It's more because I can't get anything. I just want to settle down with a nice pair of genitals. Preferably attached to someone. Beggars cannot be choosers in these time and ages. But when I do end up settling down with a pair of genitals, I make sure to always wear an extra large condom in the hopes I'll grow into it one day. It's better than wearing my dad's hand-me-downs. What can I say? It's recycling. But, you know. I had a pretty fun day today. My roommates have been with me most of the day. Bilal and Vinay. Vinay we talked about. He's a hunk of an Indian man, if you've ever seen one. He would change your mind about India, of what's possible there. I'm just letting you know that. He's a vegetarian, and he doesn't eat meat, and I don't know what the fuck. They made him in a lab in India, I think. He would throw you to the ground if you mess with me. So don't fuck with me, okay? Because Vinay, he's got my back. And then Bilal here, oh, this guy, man, he got us in trouble at Costco today. You know, Vinay, he's very useful. He has a Costco card. He lets us use that, and we don't deport him. We make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, we went there. I hate being around people, so it's a struggle. It was a long wait of just going back and forth. They take so long. They're a struggle. But he, you know, it turns out, did you guys know that you can't, like, you're not supposed to just, like, use someone else's card at Costco?
I heard it on the radio over here.
What? Yeah. This is news. I think this must have happened today. Because some guy with no ass came over and stopped Bilal from paying. It was a struggle. Like, I was with Vinay. Like, he was at the self checkout, and then he did his thing, and then he just scanned his code on me. But then Bilal was like, "I need help." He's like a French Moroccan, so his accent's a little sketchy. But he's like, "Please help me. I need a." And he made too much of a commotion. French are very notorious for just talking loud. He was on the phone with his mom the whole time. His mom works at a Costco, so he's getting inside information. But it wasn't good enough. because the guy with no ass came over. He was wearing a belt, which made no sense, but it was like his pants were so down, and you could see it was like just fabric loose. It was very disturbing to watch a guy survive like that. I don't know how he can sit down without pain. But he went over to him and was like, sir, you cannot pay. Are you a member? He's like, no. And then Bella's like, I'm not a member. And then he was like, only him can pay. So Vinay had to take it. But then when the assless guy turned around, Bilal tried to do a quick one and just to pay for it immediately. But then, the guy came back with the sir, with a lot of sirs on him. He sirred him hard. But then, Vinay's a good guy. He makes money, and like us. So he was able to pay for it and cover it so that then Bilal could Venmo him back. Everyone, let's give a clap for Vinay.
Yes.
Woo! And give a boo to Bilal for now being banned for Costco forever. He ruined it. It's okay. They're nice. They talk to me. They hang out with me. It's nice of them to be such charitable. Besides being a comedian, I'm also a motivational speaker. I'm here to motivate you that you can be better than me. So I'm going to end it off there. You can also find me on Instagram at ryan.benson or at Century City Levi's. Not this weekend, but next weekend I'll be there at the mall. You can find me there. I'm really good at putting pants on you, but I'm even better at taking them off. Thank you. Everyone, thank you. Give it up for Sunda coming back to the mic. Woo!
Best set you ever had.
It was actually a headline that...
I mean, that was a great set. Yeah. That was the best set you ever had. Why don't you guys come back?
They better.
They should.
I'll make them.
Make them. You see that? We're going to be making some money soon. You think not? You wait till you see the studio. We're going to do. Is that my car? I'm sorry. But you have to check. I've been robbed before. They've stolen my car before. Everything right here. In Tony, beautiful Westwood. And speaking of Westwood, you meet the best people in Westwood because most of them from the East Coast. So I'm not even trying your last name. Let's give it up for Yelena. Let's hear it. I'm saying it wrong, but give it up for her anyway. Come on. I almost said it right. Yelena? Yelena, I'm so sorry. You wrote it so tiny.
Hi guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you Sunda for inviting me.
Of course.
Okay guys, I'm Yelena. I'm Russian. Silence. Like, ooh. Why silence? Are you guys scared?
No.
Please don't be. I'm half Ukrainian. And I'm also not from Russia and not from Ukraine. Can you guess where am I from? Like any guesses? Poland? That's a smart guess. But I'm not from Poland. Guys, I'm from Kazakhstan. The land of Borat. I think Borat is very sexy and handsome. That's the type of man I like. Yeah, especially with his, underwear on. Very sexy. But even me being from Kazakhstan, people still ask me about current political situation. But I don't care about politics. You know what I care about? Fashion and sex. Oh, he likes that.
Yes, he does.
Of course it's good. That was a word, sex. All men like, oh, sex, yes. But I will start with fashion. Sorry. There was a fashion show in LA, and I'm so glad I participated there because they taught me how to walk. Because before, I was just pulling a plowshare around the yurt. Guys, do you know yurt? You know yurt? No? It's a camping house with a shape of circle in the middle of the village in Kazakhstan. Yeah. We also had a fashion show in Kazakhstan, but nobody showed up. So they decided to change it to out of fashion show, and everyone is eligible now. The average woman in Kazakhstan is 4'11" and 300 pounds. Her name is Lumpy. And a lot of women found it so hard to live up to that standard. What about the average woman in Kazakhstan? We can't all be 4'11" and 300 pounds, right? Let me tell you guys, last year I participated in a beauty competition. That was a fabulous experience because the girls were gossiping about me that I slept with the judges. And this is ridiculous because I took only third place. I slept with the superior court judge and the lower court judge and the judge from the tennis match and the immigration judge. And all these judges are wrong people. I was confused. I slept with the wrong judges. That's why I'm not at first place. Okay. Now I know. Do you sleep with the wrong people sometimes? That's good. All right. You know, in this country, women are judged by their beauty. But we value different things in women in Kazakhstan, like personality, charisma, strength, like menage a trois. If a woman can pick up two men and carry them to work. Have you ever been picked up by a woman? Yes? So you know menage a trois, the Kazakhstanian style? Oh, your mom. Guys, I have to admit, America is more progressive than us. You guys have here what we don't have. For example, cleavage. Except for when men bend down. Okay, your time. I'm gonna talk about sex. Because you were smiling before. Do you know how we date in Kazakhstan? When we go on a date, we ride horses. And then we sleep with each other. And then we eat the horses. And then, vegetarian people. And then I came to America. Guys, do you know why I came here? Because we were starving. We ran out of horses. But the good news, I already got my American boyfriend. I cooked for him. You know what I cooked? Not horse. American boyfriend. I cook spaghetti. Spaghetti with horse balls. And then he disappeared. My balls were too big. Story of my life. But it's okay, guys. I have another good news. I got a visa. Thank you. They let me stay as long as I don't go to the racetrack. And I have another good news. I'm single again. Who wants to be my next boyfriend? I'm such a good cook. No hands. Oh, actually hands in the audience. Usually no hands. Oh, you know why? Because this is LA. Are you sure? Because I'm gonna cook horse for you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the difference between Kazakhstanian men and LA men. When Kazakhstanian men want you, they stalk you. Then they kidnap you. And then you get married.
It's okay.
Have you ever kidnapped a woman?
Don't think about it.
Don't answer.
Say no.
Listen, LA men, they're just stuck.
No, in India it's not allowed. Kidnapping woman is not allowed.
But how do you get married? Because LA men, they're just stuck. They don't want to get married, you know? And there's another difference between Kazakhstanian men and LA men. Kazakhstanian men, they hung like horse. LA men, they're just average. You know why they're average?
What?
Because they're all vegans. I don't understand vegan people, to be honest to you. Because I don't understand how you eat. You eat sprouts, beans, grass. This is how animals eat in Kazakhstan, and then we eat animals. I feel like you're missing one step in your diet.
So, like cow eats grass and like that, right? And dog can eat meat. But it's okay. Both have.
It's okay, of course it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one secret, and please don't share it with anyone. Don't be like my best girlfriend. I lost my veganity when I was 14. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your attention. That's it.
Where can they find you?
Oh, of course you can find me. Yelena Kovaleva. Just Yelena with Y, Y-E-L-E-N-A, Yelena. And my last name is Kovaleva. I hope you remember that.
It's hard.
Spell it.
K. First name is Yelena, and last name is K as a Kevin, O-V, V as Victor, A-Leva. Kovaleva. Yes.
Oh my God. Horse meat for dinner. I gotta tell you, you never know sometimes. I was telling her I was with this guy from the West Indies, and he took me out for dinner, and the soup was so delicious. And I said, "What is this?" He said, "Manish water." And I said, "Oh, you British accent, whatever." And I had another bowl that was so good. And I said, "What is Manish water?" He said, "Bull's balls." Bull's balls. Okay, testicles. And you know when people say people are hung like a horse? The first time that I ever saw a horse was maybe 10 years ago. I had never been that close next to a horse, and my husband said, "If you don't stop staring." I said, "Mark, look." I never saw anything like that in my life. And the cop on it, he's probably like this, you know. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking like that, because that doesn't even mean anything. It doesn't. You know, the smaller they are, the richer they are. And then remember, you have to tell them those words. Stop, wait, it's too big. All right, I don't know why I went there. It's because it's a dirty night, a dirty crowd. But love the skin you're in when you have the comedy of the one and only Nick Hanrahan.
Hello. So, I work as a software engineer, so every time I come up here, I'm just like, oh, shit, it's people. I don't talk to anyone all goddamn day, so. What's that? I'm a QA engineer. Oh, a QA engineer? So you're just like fucking with my shit all the time and telling me like, hey, everything's broken. Yeah. This is some nerd shit we're talking about? Oh, we got some nerds in the house? Hell yeah. Yeah, Vinay, doctor. So, yeah, I do it. A lot of my job is doing what's called like UI UX. I'm just like basically designing a web page or something, and so put the button here, and basically like my guiding principle is like, what would an idiot do? So I look at the screen. I'm like, all right, what would a like dum think? Like, hey, like, would he understand how to use this? And all I have to say is, it takes one to know one. So, yeah. I don't think I'm that dumb. I think it's just, so I grew up in Silicon Valley, and a lot of the people around me were like really smart. It's like very tech oriented. Very competitive. The schools you go to. So, I remember I was 15, and sitting next to me is like a kid, and he's telling me like, yeah, I work at NASA. And I'm like, are you telling me right now? You're fucking telling me you're 15 years old and you work at fucking NASA right now? Maybe it was you, huh? Right?
I work at USC only.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see? Yeah. That's out of my, that's too elite for me. So, and I'm sitting there just like, I just learned how to jerk off. This kid's telling me he worked at NASA, and so I wanted to ask him, like, hey, like, you ever jerk off? Because that's the only way you worked at NASA, right? Like, you got to be jerking off when you're 15 and working at NASA, or you can't be, So that's what I'm dealing with. It's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, so... what else about my job? My team right now, we're trying to build a more cohesive culture, trying to talk more to each other. Us engineers don't fucking talk. You hear that? This is what I have to deal with. So, but it's like there's only so much you can talk about if you're like this, and so like. You can only talk about the weather so much, like, it's like, I get it at this point. It's where you live in LA. Yes, there's traffic and it's hot. Who could have thought that it's hot on the West Coast, when on the East Coast it's cold, right? I've had this conversation like fucking 10,000 times. Like, it is hot on the West Coast, yes. East Coast, cold. So, yeah. Can we stop having this conversation, guys? I need to get better at small talk, though. You know, it is a normal human experience to learn how to do. So, you know, something on the menu. So, yeah, speaking of vegetarians, tomatoes. Hey, I hate to break it to you, tomatoes is my least favorite vegetable. I want to throw vegetables. They're like a good soft fruit. That's what they're useful to me, you know, to like, you know, shame people with.
Talk about lemons.
Lemons. You see, I'm Indian, dude. I should learn how to fucking decode your accent, man. This is bullshit.
Okay.
Nah, man, you can tell I'm not from here. Or I'm not from there, you know. What was I speaking about? Fucking vegetables? Yeah, so I don't get why, like, vegetarians are trying to, like, become something they're not, you know? There's all these, like, plant-based foods. My friend is vegetarian. He's like, why are you trying to, like, hijack everything? Just be honest. Like, just eat the vegetables, you know? Like, he's like, yeah, I'm eating, like, lentil mixed with garbanzo bean rice. I'm like, what? What are you talking about, dude? I'm eating plant-based chicken, which is, I guess, a normal thing. But, you know, just, you know, eat what you're supposed to eat. I don't know.
He forgot to tell you about breads and milk also.
Breads and milk. Hey, man. I'm aware there's other food. But, yes. Anyways, so. I have an older brother. I'm just realizing now, at my age, how much he used to bully me and how much of, like, a psychological effect that fucking had on me. So, that is, like, and, like, it sucks, man, because we're cool now. I can't be like, you motherfucker, I'm dealing with all this shit now, and you're, like, deciding to be cool. So, yeah, he is the voice in the back of my head saying a lot of things. It sucks because, you know, he used to, you know, bully older brother shit. He would, like, bully me, beat me up and shit, you know, growing up. And now he's, like, he always has to be better than me. You know how, like, big brothers are. You know, they gotta, like, top you and whatever, so. And, like, now I'm old enough where it's, like, I'm better at him than at things, but it's, like, stuff that's, like, lame, dude. Like, you know, coding. Can't get no bitches coding, dude. Like, you know, I have better taste. Gay. So, yeah. So I got to deal with that. And so, but guess what? I do martial arts now, and he still beats the fuck out of me. But, yeah. I put up a fight, though, you know. But, yeah. That is... How much time I got left? 3. Okay. Well, that's all I got. Thank you, though. Yeah, my name is Nick. You can find me on Instagram at Nick the Hanrahan. And, yes, here is Sunda. Thank you.
You say my name right, too. See that? You guys all say it right. Wow. So this is the fastest open mic in town, and you're not going to believe it. When it's packed, it's just as fast. Don't we get it done fast, Ryan? I think so. I think so. You guys who are watching, if people tell you funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you make it from the page to the stage. Follow us at Sunda Live and at LA School of Comedy. And on Sunday, 6:30 seating, 7 p.m. show at Studio 360, which is on La Cienega and Wilshire and Beverly Hills. And I'll have a flyer for that before that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for supporting us and for supporting live comedy. Good night.